was spending her birthday at the Grand Canyon on June 3rd, 2017, enjoying a family vacation and the kind of views that make people go silent. The area, known for its deadly heights and unforgiving cliffs, was mostly lined with protective railings. That day, among the tourists, stood a man, barefoot, dazed, and clearly under the influence. Without warning, and as if the view wasn't thrilling enough from behind the barrier, he climbed over the guardrail and casually began walking along the edge of the canyon. What happened next would leave everyone around frozen in disbelief.
Oh, do not have to get up, though. I'm good. Okay. I have to get back up, though. That's the issue. Climbing that rock.
Just come back, man.
Just come back.
Oh, yeah, I'll come back sometime. Oh, this is beautiful.
It is, but...
Tragically, the situation unfolded exactly as many had feared. Cindy called out to him several times, pleading for him to step away from the edge, but he wouldn't budge. Then, in a bizarre moment of calm, he looked out at the canyon and said, "That's going to be a problem." Before anyone could react, his balance gave out, and just like that, with dozens of people watching in stunned silence, he was gone.
No, don't look, don't look. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we told him to come back up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We need a call. You have your phone. Get your phone.
Here.
Give me a call. Oh my gosh.
Dumbass.
Oh my god, baby girl.
There's no back in.
Oh my gosh.
Has this ever happened before?
He's not moving, huh? He's not moving. Hello? Hello?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Hello?
Is the car full? Okay, see.
Emergency services were alerted almost instantly, and within minutes, a rescue helicopter was hovering over the canyon. Somehow, against all logic, he survived the fall. Pure luck. He'd landed just short of a second drop that would have turned a miracle into a tragedy, but his survival came with a heavy price. He spent 2 excruciating months in a coma, fighting sepsis from infections that had spread through both of his collapsed lungs. Physically, he pulled through. Mentally, he's still there, but his memory's patchy, and not everything connects like it used to, so here's the brutal truth. All that risk? For a view that looked exactly the same from behind the railing. Cindy saw it clearly, and safely, just 2 meters away. The guardrails aren't there to block the experience, they're there to keep the experience from turning into a headline. And look, this kind of thing has happened before, too many times. So if you're gonna tempt fate, at least wear shoes that aren't slicker than the rocks under your feet, and maybe don't do it while buzzed. And hey, if stories like this keep you hooked, creeped out, or just make you rethink your next vacation selfie, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It costs nothing, takes 1 click, and unlike free climbing cliffs barefoot, it won't land you in a helicopter. In 2022, a climber set out on a solo expedition to Mount Futago in Japan, a remote and unforgiving peak rarely visited and even less often filmed. Armed with just a GoPro and a backpack, he documented every step of the journey. At first, everything seemed peaceful, but within minutes, the footage took a turn, capturing something no one expected. What happened next sparked online debates, fear, and over 5 million views. Out of nowhere, a mother bear with her cub appeared, charging straight at him, but our climber was ready. With a few well-placed kicks and loud screams, he managed to keep her at bay. This didn't seem like his first encounter with a bear. He moved like someone who knew exactly how to scare her off. Maybe the bear gave up quickly, or maybe luck was just on his side. Either way, he walked away without a single scratch, a close call with death that he somehow beat. If you want more wild stories, and maybe pick up a few tricks on how not to end up as Bear Chow, hit that subscribe button. It's totally free, and it helps me out a ton. Come on, don't be a scaredy bear. Stick around for more crazy encounters, because missing out would be the very worst decision you could make. Subscribe now before the bears find out you're not watching. Mike is an adventurer, traveler, and the face behind the YouTube channel Fearless and Far. His videos usually blend curiosity with danger, but this one took a turn no one expected. While exploring Turkey, Mike sets his sights on an ancient ruin, a castle believed to date back to the Bronze Age. Its history is mysterious, the architecture unusual, and the local legends surrounding it much darker than he imagined. Locals call it the Devil's Castle. They say something still roams the ruins, a demon, or perhaps something older. Mike didn't go there to chase ghosts, but what he found might have been watching him the whole time.
That's how it always was, because this definitely looks like a main door. And look at that up there. It's like a toilet? It wouldn't have a toilet. Maybe it was for defense as well. If this was the front door, you could drop things or shoot things down from up there. Not exactly sure. All speculation. Oh, look. There's another one here. A hole in the middle of the rampart above us that goes down like 20 feet. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh, no. It's a light. Is this place lit up at night? It wouldn't make any sense, though. I mean, obviously the light's here, but the town is way beyond the edge. You can't even see it, so it would be lit up for... I mean, no one will be able to see it lit up. Oh, but the cables are cut. Look at that.
These cut wires were the first clue to my misadventure later that night.
But look, the original castle wall. Oh, careful. And if you look over, it's a long way down. You can see it just stretching along the edge here.
He continued exploring for a while, carefully moving through collapsed stone halls and narrow, twisted passageways. As daylight began to fade, Mike found a quiet spot among the ruins to set up his tent, alone in the heart of something ancient.
The tower, I would have loved to get on top of the tower. However, I think we need professional climbing equipment to go up here. I think there was at one point a rope or a ladder or something, but no more. And hey, I want to live to camp another day. So this will be home. I've cleared some rocks. Let's get set up before it gets really cold, before that sun completely disappears. It's almost gone. Let's go. Tent set up, fire made, sun over the horizon.
As night fell, he noticed something strange. The path leading to the castle was faintly lit. It didn't make sense. The whole place looked completely abandoned, and the castle itself was in total darkness. Curious, Mike lit a torch and headed back into the ruins. That's when things started to take a very different turn.
My head torch is one of the most important things I put in my backpack. It's always there. Always. And it's not there today. I remember putting it in. Maybe back at the beginning of the castle when I put my bag down. Ah, man. In the future, there was head torches. In the past, there were real torches. All right, guys. Let's put that fire on a stick and go find my head torch.
A gunshot. I didn't hear it, and I continued around the side of the castle in view of the path. Two more gunshots. They zip overhead.
Guys, someone came with a gun. and fired shots at the castle. They're firing shots at me.
I have two choices. Stay in the castle and hold my ground, hoping this is just some simple misunderstanding, that they think I'm some mischievous kid.
They're coming closer. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Or grab my things and run. Maybe they're drunk, crazy locals. Or maybe worse. What would you choose? What would you do? I ran.
Everything behind, and now I'm trying to find a safe place to go. That's them there. Where's the flashlight? You hear those gunshots? They don't want me here.
Mike messaged his Turkish friend, telling him about the gunshots he heard. His friend told him to stay hidden and said he would call the police. A few minutes later, the same friend called back, saying the police had already been there for about an hour searching for a treasure hunter or a possible terrorist. But Mike had been alone the whole time. He hadn't seen anyone else. That's when he realized the terrorist they were talking about was him.
I'm told to go back to my tent. That the military police are there waiting for me.
Hello, hello, hello. Merhaba.
Mike, where are you from?
From Canada.
Canada.
You made me very slick. It's a big gun.
Yok, soruyor. No problem.
No problem.
Turkish. Hoş geldin. You are welcome. Nereye? Aşağı mı inmiştin?
Yeah.
Çağırdık seni. Sen neredeydin?
Can I make video?
No.
No? No, okay, okay.
So then, we make an audio note.
So you thought I was a you thought I was a thief? Yeah. The only thing I was taking was photos. How many bullets did you shoot?
4 or 5.
4 or 5 bullets. And then you? 3. So 5 from a pistol and 3 from a AK-47 or something similar. Exactly. I was like, what the fuck? And then I ran so fast in the dark with no light up a cliff. I could have freaking died.
Fortunately, it all turned out okay. The police were surprisingly chill. They even brought Mike to a hotel, shared some drinks, and he spent the night there. The next day, Mike went back to the castle and told the real story of what happened.
This would have been hella helpful last night when I was running for my life. Speaking of which, I learned a lot. Let me unfold the intricacies of the story, now that it's the next day. So remember when we saw those cut wires? I told you in the beginning that's an integral part of the story. Well, check this out. So when the police arrived, actually the locals had told them that there was a treasure hunter here. The locals that saw me come in, they saw a strange car park, a guy walk out with all this weird equipment. No one really does this stuff, right? And so they called the authorities. Those authorities came and then saw all the lights off in the castle. Normally there's lights. I thought that the lights were here to keep, those damn kids out of the castle, spray painting and having sex. That's what I thought. But no, it's for treasure hunters, because if it's all lit up, the treasure hunters don't come and destroy this place. That's probably why that little cave is blasted in the side, actually, from treasure hunters destroying it. So they came here. They heard there was a suspicious guy. They ran the plates on my rental vehicle, saw it was a rental, and saw a smashed control panel down at the entrance. I saw it walking in again today. So they automatically assumed a treasure hunter came, cut all the lights, and was here just destroying the place looking for...
There were a lot of strange coincidences that made the police think a terrorist or a treasure hunter was out to damage the castle. Mike was just unlucky to be there at the wrong time. But it makes you wonder, were those cables really cut by terrorists planning something that night? And if Mike had run into the terrorists instead of the police, who knows what might have happened? Fortunately, everything ended well, and for Mike, it turned into an experience he'll never forget. What's your take on all this? Let me know in the comments. I'm really curious. A year ago, the YouTube channel Cantrell Caving uploaded a video that left viewers breathless At first glance, it seemed like a typical exploration, just another cave, another underground adventure. But as they went deeper into the darkness, things took a chilling turn. The cave they entered was nearly flooded, with water filling much of the narrow passageways, making every step slippery and dangerous. Moving through the cold, murky water added a whole new level of tension and uncertainty to their journey. What started as an ordinary descent quickly became a journey into the unknown, and not all of it was what they expected. Get ready to dive into the unsettling and mysterious world beneath our feet, where every corner hides surprises, and sometimes danger.
Or the entire cave has bad air.
It might.
Good thing I was 100 feet in there or more. All right, who's going? Giddy up. This first part is the worst part as far as the rocks, and then it gets deeper. It makes it way easier.
I think the people that are going underwater should go first.
You have to. Matt, you can follow him.
Me?
Yeah,
Good.
and we're gonna follow behind you this time.
I record, right?
Yeah. Straight line. And these are waterproof.
Huh?
These are waterproof.
Make sure the gasket's sealed, yeah?
Alright. Let's get into it.
This is where we're at right now.
Yeah, this is intense. I love that they're saying this is intense.
Yeah.
That makes me
heard that yet.
That makes me feel good, because I was scared in here, and I'm like, what if these guys just come in and they're like, oh, this is a piece of cake, let's climb it.
Yeah.
No, this is a little rough.
Yeah.
From that one.
How far do you have to go into water?
Yeah, no, it goes far under these.
You just have to be keep your head above the water. Okay, so that is possible? Yeah.
Oh, we're going further? Holy crap.
Let them push it.
Let's go. He's going upside down.
That's how you're supposed to do it, man.
Yeah. Really? That makes it easier.
Yeah. I don't like it.
Which way did you go, Edward?
My Phoenix lights are doing pretty good in the water.
So what?
I would say my Phoenix lights are doing pretty good in the water. I'm going like in and out of being able to hear it. My ears are going in the water. You're going sideways.
I can't hear Edward.
Go.
Edward, go right as soon as you go right. Okay, gotcha.
I feel the rope on my foot. So much water in my ears.
Yeah, same. Oh man.
Water in my eyes.
Snorkel would be nice right about now. Yeah.
I got so much water in my nose.
As they pushed deeper into the cave, the water level kept rising, getting so high there was barely any air left to breathe. It was like swimming through a tunnel that was closing in on them, the ceiling just inches above their heads. You can almost feel the panic setting in. No room to move, no fresh air, and no easy way out. This is the kind of pressure that pushes explorers to their limits and beyond.
Are you going, Jacob?
Oh, he just bailed.
You're good.
Oh my God! I'm coming out.
Alright, we'll back it out.
Back it out. Come on out. Holy crap! You okay?
You look like the sharpest guy. You like shoved me over the water.
I'm sorry, Alex.
Dude, you have full panic mode. Yeah.
Hey, my light's on. I need
My head bleeding, by the way, anywhere?
Come on, you got it.
My head's bleeding. Yeah, you're bleeding.
Yeah.
I am? Okay.
Not bad.
Yeah, I got slammed into the rock.
Yeah, no, he hit you.
Yeah, Alex, you good?
Oh, you hit your head back.
Oh, dude, you're
Yeah, let's
You hear him? You okay?
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah, walk some of that off. You literally have. Just breathe, man.
Let me see. Yeah, man, you busted it bad. Y'all both.
Dang.
The water level inside the cave got so high, and since they didn't have any breathing equipment for underwater, they nearly drowned as the water rose all the way up to the roof of the cave, leaving them barely any space to breathe. It was an intense, terrifying moment where every second counted. Luckily, after some time, the water started to go back down, and they were able to make it safely back outside. Honestly, it's scary enough to explore a normal cave, but when you add rising water into the mix, that takes things to a whole different level of danger. January 30th, 2015. A day that started like any other on the slopes in the Swiss Alps. The weather was fine, the runs were open, and no one expected anything unusual. The slope wasn't even known for avalanches. But that's the thing. Nature doesn't care what's supposed to happen. Out of nowhere, an avalanche hit, and the whole thing was captured by James Mort, who was right there in the middle of it. He uploaded the footage later, and it's honestly one of those clips that sticks with you. It's a clear reminder, even inside resort boundaries, things can go south fast. So if you're heading off-piste, don't take safety lightly. Always carry a beacon, probe, and shovel. Let's take a look at what happened.
Where's James? I think he was. Fuck. Huh? Yeah, I think so. Oh, yeah. Transceiver. Do you have one? Ah, I see him! He's over there. He's over here.
But then, out of nowhere, one of James's friends gets taken out by the avalanche, completely buried under the snow. No time to panic. James had a shovel on him, and without thinking twice, he jumped into action. He knew the clock was ticking, and if he didn't dig fast, his friend might not make it. Moments like that are terrifying, but also show exactly why being prepared matters.
I got you, James. Yeah. He's under here. Yeah, that's him.
No, there's nothing.
No, that's his hole, dude. Fuck.
That's his boat.
Where is he?
Yeah, I feel him. Just there. Just there. I can feel something.
I'm trying to find his head.
Yeah, here. Oh, it's musky. Yeah, it's musky.
That's him.
Yeah.
That's his helmet.
Fuck. Jeremy. James?
James.
James?
Yeah, we got him. We know the guy.
We're here. Breathe.
We're here, dude.
We're here. Breathe. Breathe, man. Fuck.
You good?
Fuck, he's getting cold. Fuck.
Here, take this.
Okay.
I can't get my helmet off, dude. My hands are fucked.
The video cuts off there, but yes, he managed to rescue his friend. He couldn't even feel his hands anymore from the cold, but he just kept digging. Because when your friend's buried under snow, giving up isn't really an option. And honestly, that kind of moment shows what being prepared and having the right people around you really means. Anyway, that's how a regular ski day turned into a full-blown survival mission. If you're into these kinds of near-death, adrenaline-filled encounters, let me know in the comments. I'm genuinely curious if this stuff freaks you out or fires you up. And hey, if you liked it, maybe hit that subscribe button. It's free, it helps the channel, and unlike an avalanche, it won't bury your best friend. November 3rd, 2022, the YouTube channel Action Adventure Twins drops a video that takes cave exploration to a whole new level. This guy isn't hiking trails or walking through museums. He goes where most people wouldn't even think of going, deep into dangerous, narrow caves that look straight out of a nightmare. The video starts with him standing beneath a massive drop. He needs a second rope just to get inside. That's how serious this place is. It's actually his second attempt to enter this cave. At first, everything seems fine. Just another crazy adventure, until it's not.
Woo, that's deeper than I thought. It's another 40 feet down at least. Yep. Dude, that kept going.
Yeah.
That'll work. Whoa. Jeez, this is intense, man. It's been a while since I rappelled something. Alright, man, I'm going down. Woo! All right, I got touchdown. Heck yeah, nice and smooth. Yeah, it's actually a lot of water dripping in here.
Yeah, a little bit.
Looks like nothing from the outside. Check out this bullfrog that James found. Oh, there's two. One of them just climbed under that rock. The other one's right there. Dude is huge.
Look at that salamander under that rock too.
Whoa! It's bright orange. So bright. He's hiding under there.
He eventually makes it down into the cave with his friend, but somewhere along the way, they split up. And that's when things start to shift. Now he's alone, deep underground, crawling through tight, winding tunnels. The path keeps getting narrower and narrower, but instead of turning back, he keeps going. And that's when it happens. He gets stuck. No room to turn around. No one nearby. Just solid rock pressing from all sides. That's when the adventure starts to feel a lot less like fun, and a lot more like a fight to stay calm.
Oh my god. This is freezing.
This is where I'm at. Water's right here. There's no room for me to move my head. If I try and tilt it up, my mouth goes underwater. Gotta keep pushing it down. It's getting lower. This is not good. Like, legit, to move forward, I have to dig the rocks out. Oh my god. If this ceiling even collapses like an inch, I'm squished like a bug. If I want to stand my head up, I can't. It just goes underwater. Oh my god. I feel like I'm gonna get stuck. So the reason I kept pushing is I thought it was going to get wider, but as I'm getting closer I realized it's an illusion. The water was just so calm and still above me that it was reflecting the ceiling off, and it just looked like a way bigger space, but it's continuing to narrow down. It's been like an off and on raining type of day. If it floods at all, I'm done for. So I'm going to attempt to turn back around, even though I don't know if I can. Oh my god, I think I'm stuck. This is not a joke. Oh crap. I'm moving a little bit. I think I pushed it too far that time. I gotta go find James.
Somehow, he manages to turn around and escape the tight, narrow spot he'd crawled into, and honestly, if you're claustrophobic, I'm sorry for this video. It's a rough one to watch, but it's in moments like these, when you truly feel like you're about to die, that adrenaline kicks in. Your body reacts in ways you didn't think it could. You fight, you push, and sometimes, you make it out alive. That's just how we're built. As for me, I wouldn't step foot in a place like that. Not a chance. What about you? Would you ever try something like this? 5 years ago, Edouard Bozon uploaded a video to his YouTube channel, the kind of content his followers had come to expect. Skiing across remote mountain ridges, climbing steep frozen cliffs, living life on the edge like it's just another day. Extreme mountain sports, that's his playground. And honestly, the man makes it look easy. This particular video starts the same way. Just Edouard and his skis carving through deep snow, surrounded by nothing but mountains and silence. At first, it feels like another peaceful, adrenaline-filled ride through nature's wildest terrain, but then, things shift. What looked like just another backcountry adventure slowly turns into something way more intense and a lot more dangerous. Stick around, because this one doesn't end the way you'd expect. But then, out of nowhere, an avalanche. In seconds, the adventure becomes a fight to survive, and the camera captures it all.
Faut faire gaffe, il y a l'arrimée ici. Oh putain, avalanche, avalanche. Oh chaud devant l'arrimée. Merde. Non. Non. Ah. Aide-moi. Je crois que je me suis niqué le genou, vite. Ça va tomber. Oh putain. Putain merde. Viens me tirer. Ah, je me suis niqué le genou, je crois. Faut pas que tu te mettes en dessous de moi, sinon il y a tout qui me tombe sur la gueule. Préviens les autres. Putain, gros. Faut pas que t'ailles au-dessus de moi là. Je peux pas aller dedans. Putain, j'ai zéro corde, fake. C'est dangereux là. Faut que tu dises aux autres qu'ils fassent gaffe. Attends, faut que je te file une sangle au pire. Tu l'as? Ouais. Ok. Attends. Ah, je me suis niqué le genou, je crois. Faut que je les chausse ou pas? Ouais, des choses. Mais ça me tient, j'ai peur, putain. Des choses, vas-y. Je peux pas. Ah. T'arrives à faire quelque chose? Non. Alors je vais te filer mon piolet. Ouais. Putain, je me suis niqué le genou, je crois. Tiens, bon. Putain. Ah, j'arrive pas à pousser sur ma jambe. Vas-y, lâche. Allez, vas-y, serre-toi de ça. Place-le dans l'autre sens. Plutôt comme on a fait à la maison. Je pas, putain, je vais tomber. Ah, j'arrive pas. C'est ça. Je sais que j'ai pas de corde là. Je me lève essaie d'enlever un ski sur les deux déjà. Non, 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 sinon je vais tomber, je pense. Je vais m'enfoncer dans l'arrimée. Comment on peut faire? En plus, ils vont arriver, ils vont nous mettre du sluff. Mais te préviens, les gros, faut que tu les préviennes. Mets les skis. Bon. Comment je vais faire? Je vais essayer de faire quelque chose. J'ai peur que le gros bloc il me tombe sur la gueule là. Ok, prends ça. Yes. Tu as? Putain, je crois que je me suis niqué le ligament hein. Ah putain merde. J'ai le genou qui tient pas là. Ah, je peux pas gros, j'ai le ski bloqué. Putain je suis... Il va falloir que tu me tires là, prends le piolet. Je peux pas te tirer gros, j'aurais pas assez d'air de force hein. Faut que vous me sortiez. Ah on va sortir. Putain j'ai le genou qui est sorti, sa mère. Attends je vais essayer d'enlever l'autre ski mais ça me fait peur. J'essaie d'enlever l'autre ski, tiens. Ah. Nickel. Ok. Allez, allez. Oh. Allez gros. Allez c'est bien. Ah j'ai mal. Allez super. C'est pas. Attends. Ah, je me suis bien fait le genou, je pense. Ah merde. Bon, au moins, t'es pas enfoui sous la neige. Tu mets ta main? Ouais.
Luckily, he wasn't alone, and even luckier, his friend wasn't caught in the avalanche, because if that had happened, honestly, no one would have made it out. After being buried under meters of snow, his friend managed to dig him out just in time. He came out with a few knee injuries, but nothing too serious. Sometimes nature is the most powerful force on this planet, and if you're not careful, it can bury you alive, literally. So yeah, take care out there, my friends. This was Whispers in the Dark. If you liked it, leave a like and consider subscribing. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, and it honestly means a lot. If you didn't like it, drop a comment and let me know what I can do better. There's always room to grow. On December 21st, 2024, Sailing Supernova released a gripping video recounting a rare and terrifying pirate attack they barely survived just a week prior. Their journey began as a routine sail from Los Ras, Venezuela, headed toward Granada. With visas about to expire, they had no choice but to press on, even as the weather turned rough and the risks started to pile up.
These jerry cans, a hair less. So that's why we have so many of these jerry cans in the cockpit. But because we're going to be doing some sailing soon, we're going to be cleaning up the cockpit. So these jerry cans have to go forward. We have a couple more jerry cans forward, but we probably won't be needing those. And we still have some full ones left in the cockpit. So we just didn't want to be bringing full jerry cans back from the fuel locker in like crazy waves and everything. That's why we started with this in the cockpit. And it looks ridiculous, but we just didn't want to be going forward with heavy jerry cans. Now I get to go forward with really light jerry cans. That's most of them. We're gonna stick a couple of them down below in here and we'll reorganize when we're not out here rolling around. Oh, there's birds. Maybe there's some fish.
I just noticed on the chart plotter that we've gone over 8,000 nautical miles. and that's since around the end of July last year when we left on this big trip. So that's a pretty big achievement for us.
They prepare carefully, securing the boat, topping off fuel tanks, and readying themselves for a difficult sail into headwinds and high waves. The first day at sea is exhausting.
Good morning, everybody. It's day one of our hopefully 3-day sail from Venezuela, Los Roques, to Grenada. And we are going directly into the wind and the waves. Right now, the wind is 23 knots and literally 0 degrees. So, a bit rough. I slept okay, thankfully. Darcy's gone to sleep now. I think he had a bit of a rough night. A few things not going quite perfectly. Our day tank that we're using over on the port side until we can get to fuel line that we weren't able to get in the ABC Islands to fix that problem. We were worried about a little bit of air getting in because it's so rough. So we're just topping it up with jerry cans every couple of hours. But still much better than what we were doing beforehand, which was just using the jerry cans straight into that engine. The bilge pump on the starboard side is just working continually, even though once it empties out the water on that side that's getting in a little bit, it should turn off on its own. So we've got to kind of continually go in and flick that off so it doesn't just run for the next 3 days straight. But yeah, just little things like that, nothing major. It looks like it's going to be a nice day. The sun's just gotten up and hopefully that wind sits down a little bit like it's supposed to, but you can never really trust those weather forecasts completely.
They battled choppy waters, a stalled engine, and a bilge pump failure that allowed one of the compartments to start filling with water. Through quick repairs and constant vigilance, checking every 15 minutes, they adapted to the unpredictable rhythm of offshore sailing. Amid the chaos, there were rare pockets of calm, brief moments to catch their breath before the next challenge hit.
Bolt. Not sure where it's from. We've looked everywhere. It was just sitting on the cabin top on one of the solar panels as though it's fallen down, but we can't tell. We've looked everywhere, so hopefully it's not something important. But we're going to have to keep a lookout for that. And also the wind has died down nicely. It was getting up between like 25 and around that pretty much most of the way and slowly dropping down. Now it's all the way down to 10. So we'll probably have to either sail slowly or wait till a bit more wind comes before we can start like really sailing well. But I'm going to make the most of that and do some fishing, because I definitely didn't feel like fishing earlier when we were like just blasting. Started feeling a bit seasick, but now I'm good to catch a fish, so fingers crossed I get something.
As the weather begins to ease, they decide to tack closer to the Venezuelan mainland, opting for a shorter route near Isla Margarita and Los Testigos.
I'm on shift now. It's a bit after 2 a.m. and Darcy's just gone down to the room to sleep. He has slept up in the saloon a little bit this passage because it's been so noisy and rolly and rocky and everything, but it's so much calmer right now, so he's gone down to the room. I think it's calmer because different point of sail, wind is nowhere near as much, and so the waves aren't nearly as much, and then also we're sailing, so it's also just better in every aspect. But yeah, the wind for the first day was like 25 most of the time, and now it is only 14, so much different, much nicer for upwind sailing anyway. And in the waves. We ended up reefing the jib before he went to bed. The wind was still up around 20, or had gotten up to around 20, and was kind of hovering between 17 and 18, 19, 20. And we have the waves on the beam now because we've changed that point of angle, point of sail. And so we were kind of rocking to the side a bit, and we were both kind of like, I think we worry a fair bit about capsizing. It's one of the many or few, I don't know, downsides of a catamaran. So yeah, we reef just to be extra safe because it's at night time and just me up here. So now we have a reefed mainsail and a reefed head sail, but we're still kind of flying along about 4 knots. So it's pretty good when the wind is only like 14, 13. We thought we turned at the right angle so that we could miss the islands. We definitely missed the first set of islands that we went past and we could see, but there's further islands further down called Islas Tortugas? Oh no, Testigos. Islas Testigos.
That region has a reputation for piracy, but at the time, it felt like the safer option, a way to escape the relentless pounding of the open sea. As night falls, the winds return with a vengeance, climbing past 30 knots. The crew scrambles to reef the sails, but things quickly spiral. A mainsail batten breaks loose, sheets twist into knots, and in the chaos of trying to regain control, no one notices the real danger creeping toward them from the dark.
How much we've cleared up in here. It's amazing. Even though this has been the roughest passage we've ever had, nothing has fallen to the ground, so you'd probably be super proud of us. I'll show you. As you can see there, the spices. Oh. Darcy! Darcy! Darcy, wake up! There's a boat! Get up!
Out of the darkness, a small boat, one of those low-profile pangas commonly used by pirates in the region, raced toward them. It didn't take long to realize what was happening. The crew jumped into action, engines fired up, all lights were shut off. Their AIS transponder, which broadcasts their location to other vessels, was switched to silent. They vanished from the digital map in seconds, but the real threat was already too close. One of the pirates leapt aboard. Darcy, coming up from the forward hatch at the exact moment, startled the intruder. The two collided in a chaotic struggle. Somewhere in the clash, the pirate's weapon slipped from his grip and splashed into the sea. With their element of surprise gone, the attackers panicked, and within seconds, they were gone, fled just as fast as they came. The entire attack was over in under 30 seconds. But for the crew, the aftermath felt like hours, racing heartbeats, shaking hands, the weight of what almost happened. Later, they admitted they made some risky decisions. Hugging the Venezuelan coastline was a gamble. Leaving too much sail up in heavy wind only added to the chaos. Still, they got some things right. They had a nighttime emergency plan. They kept radio silence, avoiding VHF chatter that pirates might intercept. Instead, they used satellite messaging to reach a friend, who immediately contacted the Grenadian Coast Guard.
Hoping that it was going to get better a little faster, but it's kind of a bit nagging and it's taking a bit longer to improve to the level that we would like it, but still doing okay. I pretty much got out of it without being hurt. I had a bloody nose, and that was pretty much it. And this wasn't like a long, drawn out, like punch for punch fight. This was over very quickly. Like 30 seconds or less, it was over. So the worst of the injuries are Yvette's back. The bruising on the arm is largely gone. She had trouble using her arm for a couple of days after, but the back is the main thing from the slip and the fall. Another question is when or if this was reported to the Coast Guard. Yes, it was reported immediately within 5 minutes of the attack taking place. It was reported to the Coast Guard through our friend Brian. And then we also contacted the Coast Guard. We've had interviews with the Coast Guard as well as we've reported it to our individual country consulates. So it's been reported to everyone. It's on the Caribbean safety net for cruisers as well, the location of the attack. So that has all been done. If anyone is wondering, the Coast Guard did come to us, and we did interviews on the Coast Guard boat to give them all the information that we possibly could, and they did check out Supernova.
There were injuries, but nothing that turned critical. Yvette took a hard fall and hurt her back. Darcy ended up with a bloody nose, but otherwise walked away okay. It could have been so much worse. And yes, they reported it right away. The Grenadian Coast Guard responded swiftly, debriefed the crew, and filed the report into the Caribbean Safety Network that helps keep other sailors informed. They were also quick to clear up any confusion. The attack didn't happen near Las Aves, the peaceful anchorage where they'd spent 2 relaxing weeks with kind locals and a solid cruising community. This was 200 nautical miles away, deep in a zone that's long been marked high risk. Despite everything, they remained grateful. Grateful to be alive, grateful to be able to tell the story themselves. So, what's your take? Just bad luck? A close call handled well? Or something else entirely? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if these kinds of real-life sea stories keep you on the edge of your seat, hit that subscribe button. It's the safest adventure you'll take today. The creator, a Russian outdoorsman known for his peaceful hunting and fishing videos, usually delivers the kind of content that feels like a quiet escape from the noise of daily life. His videos are slow, steady, and oddly comforting, perfect background material when you just want to unwind. This one began no differently. A solo trip deep into the remote wilderness, rod in hand, surrounded by nothing but trees, water, and stillness. It had that familiar calm, until it didn't. Somewhere along the way, something shifted. The peaceful vibe gave way to something heavier, darker. Suddenly, it wasn't just about whether he'd catch a fish. It became a quiet, creeping question. Will this video end? Or will his story end with it?
Рыбачить буду на вертушечку, вот на такую. Вертушка та же с прошлого года. Ничего у меня не поменялось. Сходил, подумал, даже бумага есть. Мало ли мысли записать. Ну все, ребята, спиннинг собрал. Короче, еще один поводок нашел на запас. Такой ядреный, как вот этот чай. Очень крепко завалился. Все, сейчас тихонько пойду, покидаю. В этой речке есть и хариус, и щука.
At first it was slow. He drifted from one location to the next, casting into the still water, coming up empty every time, just the quiet repetition of the hunt. Then he came upon a spot that felt different, secluded, untouched, almost too quiet. That's when things took a turn.
Туда! Туда! Уходи, говорю! Уходи! Уходи, говорю! такие, друзья, блядь, дела. Как идти сейчас непонятно.
If you ever come face to face with a bear, maybe just let loose with some choice words. Sounds wild, but this guy actually did it. And you could literally see the bear's puzzled look. Like, why is this human yelling at me in my own backyard? In the US, people tend to shout things like, "Hey, bear," to scare them away. But in Russia, they go full-on savage roast mode, like they're collecting a debt. Poor bears don't know what hit them. This guy was seriously lucky the bear didn't attack. Things could have gotten bad real fast. Hopefully, he had bear spray nearby, though he never mentioned it. Honestly, if you're out fishing or hiking in the deep woods, always carry bear spray. Guns probably won't do much unless you're a pro shot, but bear spray? That's the real deal. Or hey, if all else fails, just start yelling insults at the bear. Who knows? Maybe that's what keeps them away. On January 10th, 2016, what was meant to be a calm fishing trip near the Kanagawa River in Fufuki City, Japan, quickly took a dark turn. A man ventured into the surrounding forest, looking forward to a peaceful day by the stream. At first, everything felt calm and quiet until he spotted unusual markings carved into the trees nearby. Assuming they were from the wild boars common to the area, he didn't realize just how wrong he was. Out of nowhere, a massive bear charged straight from the woods. The man tried everything, shouting, puffing himself up, doing his best. "I'm way too big to mess with" impression. But as he scrambled backward across the slippery rocks, he slipped and fell. For a brief second, the bear pulled back and the man dared to hope it was over. Nope. The bear charged again, faster and angrier than before. This time the man screamed at the top of his lungs. Pure panic, pure survival mode. Miraculously, it worked. The bear finally turned tail and disappeared back into the forest. Left trembling and out of breath, the man realized how close he'd come to becoming bear lunch. One wrong move, 1 second too slow, and that would have been it. So, what's the lesson here? Maybe next time, try yelling at a bear before it yells at you. Or better yet, just stay out of the woods. This story comes from Scotland's mountains, a YouTube channel run by Billy, an intrepid explorer known for his incredible adventures across the rugged Scottish Highlands. From pitching tents atop windswept peaks to paddling through secluded lochs, Billy shares his outdoor exploits with a perfect balance of raw grit and genuine wonder. In this episode, Billy teams up with his friend Ray to visit one of the Western Highlands' most chilling locations, the ruins of Lewis Belt. Over time, this decaying stone relic has built up a reputation for eerie happenings, unexplained footsteps, objects moving on their own, and whispered voices hinting at lingering spirits within the walls. Undeterred by the ghost stories, their curiosity drives them to not only explore the site, but to brave a night spent within its haunted confines.
Yeah, that's probably what, about an hour? At least an hour we've been going, and starting to level off just a little bit, but it's not any easier because of the ground. It's so uneven and the wind's picking up. See the snow in the hills though? Oh man, can't wait to get on this track and we start cycling. Whew. Right, you'll see behind me we have finally reached the 4x4 track. That's one of the toughest things I've done in a long time. How did you find that, Ray?
That was horrific, and yeah, that was a bad idea actually.
I think we're both goosed. We might just set the tents up here. I think the ghosts will come this far across from Louis Belt.
It seemed like a good idea at the time, as always. But
on the map it's more direct. But anyway. And then we're right in the mountains now, so
It's over the back of that one we're heading right along. We'll hit a couple of lochs soon, so I'll probably bring you back when we reach the ruin and we're putting the tents up. It'll be 360 footage and some voiceover work in the interim, so yeah, we'll see you in a minute.
On November 1st, 2023, their journey began the way only true Highlanders know how, starting off on mountain bikes, navigating rocky, uneven trails before swapping pedals for boots. The path was tough, steep climbs and relentless terrain, but their energy never faltered. Finally, they crested a high plateau, and there it was, the ruin, stark and solitary against the wild mountain backdrop. Seeing it from afar brought a surge of excitement mixed with an unmistakable undercurrent of nervous anticipation.
Yeah, this building behind us was recently, hopefully you went back and listened to that podcast, Uncanny, and you would have heard about the stories about the climbers coming here and strange activities and what have you. So whether it's true or not, whether we see anything tonight, I hope not. But it's a beautiful spot nonetheless. I mean, we've covered the mountains. We're in the stags are roaring. The high tops are have got a cap of snow in them. It's starting to clear now. We might get some star shots.
As they made camp beside the shattered remains of the old structure, a biting wind curled through the broken stone. The landscape was undeniably beautiful, vast, remote, untouched. But there was a weight in the air that went beyond the cold, a kind of tension that didn't have a source. The surrounding peaks, lightly coated in snow, loomed like silent watchers, and the silence felt too still, almost unnatural. And then, shortly after they settled in, something shifted, subtle, strange, the kind of moment that makes your skin tighten, even if you don't know why.
Before I left the house, it's never gone that flat. It might just be the cold weather, but I don't know. That sort of thing happened in Most Haunted, didn't it? That's a bit weird. Or is it just a coincidence? Who knows? Right, I've got a power bank with me. I'm going to recharge it and see if we can get some juice out of it. Yeah, I don't know if you can make out the battery there. Should be full, but it's not. It's empty, so I'll go and charge it, but that's a bit odd. Strange, right? Go and charge this in the power bank and see if it helps it. Right, I don't know if you can see me or not, but there's a moon. The moon's rising over the skyline, just to the side of the old ruin. And the light started to go. It's quite dark now. I've had a wee bite to eat. I've got some whiskey actually. I can't remember the name of it.
One of their camera batteries, fully charged before the trip, suddenly dies without warning. Blaming the cold would make sense, but considering the lore tied to this place, the timing feels off. Unsettling even. Still, they push forward, switching gear and continuing to film as the sun dips below the mountains. As darkness settles in, they light a fire, swap stories, and stare up at a sky littered with stars. On the surface, it's peaceful, almost perfect, but underneath it all, something begins to shift. A quiet weight in the air, like the landscape is holding its breath.
We can do. We are literally, if any weird times tonight, we are literally in the middle of nowhere, aren't we? We're in the boondocks. Was it 7, 8 miles away from the closest? I don't know. But there's no way we can just get up and go, put it that way. No. We'll just have to bide our time. And I don't fancy trying to cross the river there to get over to the Bothy either. Could all huggle together at the Bothy, but yeah. It's a really starry night actually, isn't it? It's nice. It's absolutely glorious. It's a bit windy, but this is what I really like about the winter, or going into winter and the winter camping. When you get a clear night and you can see the Milky Way and the stars, yeah, especially if there's snow on the ground. I mean, we've done quite a few winter camps, and I think it's glorious. Maybe the best time of the year to be out camping. Long nights. Yeah. Not everybody's cup of tea, freezing. Yeah. But if you have the right gear and that experience, then I think it's brilliant. Yeah, no, there's something special about it. Yeah. And at this time of year, it's not actually that cold at the moment. So we're inside the site. It's not Bothy. I don't think it was ever a Bothy, was it? It was. Was it Bothy? It was a Bothy. But it was quite a significant house, wasn't it? It was a Gillies Lodge. Yeah, it was a state lodge. Yeah. And then it turned to a Bothy for a wee while. But I don't know why it ended up there, like though. I don't know. Yeah, because it was haunted. So after the wee tour, we looked to the skies, and there was actually a slight aurora showing as well as a meteor shower, which we watched before hitting the hay.
They're deep in the Highlands, far from any roads or help. If anything went wrong, getting out wouldn't be easy. Before calling it a night, they decide to take one last look around the old ruins. With just their flashlights, they walk through what's left of the structure. The place is mostly rubble now, but a few walls still stand. They find old remains of what used to be, maybe parts of a fireplace or broken beams. It's quiet, almost too quiet, and just as they step outside again, something strange starts to happen.
Very well. In fact, when I looked at my watch, I was delighted when it was said, I think it was 6:50 I woke up. I felt like it was still the middle of the night and I was up every 2 minutes, but I think that was just because of where I am. and just expecting something to happen, which I don't think it did. There was a few noises. Everything's amplified. I mean, I went to sleep with earplugs in and all sorts, and there was one noise through the night, which I'll talk about later on, but it's funny when you're in a place like this, every noise you think you hear, you have to think about it rationally. And what was preying on my mind is, I think I'm on the path. If you've listened to the podcast, there's a bit where they hear a dragging noise on a gravel path. Now, I know it's grass here now, but I think this is the path between the house and the river where they heard this strange gravel sound, dragging sound in the second visit. If you've listened to it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm just going to chill for a bit longer, wait for daylight. Sunrise is at about 7:30, so yeah, it'll not be long before there's light and I feel safe enough to venture out again. Right, I'll speak to you. I'll bring you back in a while. Oh, right, that's me. Up. Looks like there might be some nice skies behind the camera. Might be a nice sunrise. But yeah, it's light. The tops of the mountains are clear. I don't know if you can make them out, but there's this lovely snow-capped mountains. And I slept pretty well. I didn't sleep well at all. I don't know what I'm talking about. I was going to say I slept pretty well. I didn't. I was actually surprised when morning came there, to be honest with you. And the noise that I heard in the night, I had this thing in my head about this gravel path and the dragging sounds, but I never heard anything of that. But at one point, I was sure I heard a door, like a front door slam. I think it was maybe just me dreaming, to be honest with you, but who knows.
The night offered a rare natural display, with both auroras and meteor showers visible overhead. After watching the skies, the two adventurers turned in, setting up in their tents near the ruins. However, rest was difficult. Throughout the night, they reported hearing unusual sounds, what resembled dragging, intermittent footsteps, and even a noise similar to wood being chopped. Both men noted disturbances, though neither could confirm whether the sounds were external or a result of fatigue and environmental conditions. By morning, no physical evidence was found to explain the noises. While no direct encounter occurred, they described the experience as unsettling. Taken in context with previous reports tied to the location, including unexplained power drain and sensations of being watched, the incident adds to the folklore surrounding the Lewis Belt ruins. Whether these events stem from environmental factors, psychological influence, or something less tangible remains up for debate. If you made it this far, you're officially braver than Billy and Ray, so hit that subscribe button before something else hits you first. In September 2024, Hurricane Helene, one of the largest storms in recent memory, slammed into the east coast of the United States, leaving behind a trail of destruction across everything in its path. While most people had evacuated or taken shelter, Alicia was living in the mountains with her family, far from the cities but still dangerously close to the storm's reach. As the rain poured non-stop, she began filming. Water was rushing through the trees, carving new channels into the earth, dragging rocks, branches, even entire trees down the slope. But then, about 20 minutes later, something happened. The ground beneath her shifted. Not just mud, the entire hillside moved. A massive deformation in the terrain tore through the forest, and somehow she caught all of it on camera.
Get in the house.
The video ends abruptly, but when played in slow motion, you can see it, a wave of mud, thick and fast, tearing through the forest like a silent avalanche. It rips up trees and rushes straight toward their home. There was no warning, no time to run. Alicia and her family had only seconds to take shelter inside and pray the house would hold. And somehow, it did. Outside, the world looked unrecognizable. Trees gone, trails erased, just mud and silence. She uploaded the footage to TikTok, and it exploded. Millions watched, and her story sparked a massive wave of support. Her fundraiser brought in over $40,000. With the help of volunteers, they rebuilt the house and their lives. A disaster turned into a story of survival, and the internet helped make it possible.
My family lives about 2-3 football fields up from any creek up. So we weren't ever worried about flooding. We wasn't ever worried about, trees coming down was our biggest concern. So we were offering people to come stay with us during the flood that lived down at the river, not knowing that the mountain was fixing to come down upon us. So right now I am walking up where the mudslides come down, and I will kind of be showing you guys a little bit of where the mountain broke loose and washed down on us. And as I walk back down, I'll be showing you clips of the damage that we still have left.
Nature doesn't care who you are, where you live, or how ready you think you are. When it decides to move, it moves, and you either get out of the way or get buried. They were lucky. Most aren't. Philly and Keely are a couple who live for the wild. Traveling the world in their van, they document their adventures on their YouTube channel of the same name, sharing peaceful moments, breathtaking views, and the quiet beauty of life on the road. But in this episode, something shifts. They're in Greece, a land known for its stunning coastlines and dramatic landscapes. But as every traveler knows, the road doesn't always lead to paradise. And when you live this close to nature, danger is never too far behind.
Welcome back. Welcome to a sunny Greece.
Sunny but very cold.
Yes, do not be fooled by this weather. It is extremely cold.
But today, guys, we are going to check out a place called Meteora, and it is meant to be the coolest thing to see in Greece. We're going to check that place out. It's meant to be super cool, so I'm excited to hit the road.
We parked on the outskirts of it in this boulder field, which is really cool because we could do some climbing. But now it's time to go in. I'm excited to bring you guys along as well.
After a long day of exploring the local villages and soaking in the beauty of the Greek countryside, Philly and Keely decided to end the day with some cliff climbing. The weather was calm, the view was perfect, and the rocks seemingly stable.
Woo! There's Martha.
Billy did an absolute incredible job there. I'm very proud of him.
That was so fun.
I'm going to admit that I'm wimping out. I can't feel my fingers. My lungs are on fire.
Well, good job, Beelan.
Good job climbing.
That was good fun.
Team?
I'm looking forward to climbing more.
Yeah.
You'd think this would be the part where everything goes wrong, right? Yeah, it felt like that. But no, they made it back to the van just fine. A bit worn out, still laughing, getting ready to sleep. And that's when it hit. Right when everything felt calm. Too calm.
I set out this video, but somebody just tried to break into the van. Not ideal. No! What are you shining your light for?
Where's your phone?
No! You're not police!
Am I coming in the front with you?
I don't know, I just can't see anybody anymore. They're just all of a sudden gone.
They just appeared out of
Bushes?
bushes.
They kept like telling me to open the door.
No, there he is there.
Where?
There's somebody in front of us over to the right.
Sorry.
It's okay.
You think I was just gonna open the door?
He was trying the handle.
I know, that's what I do.
In the middle of the night, someone appeared outside their van, flashlight in hand, claiming to be the police. But something felt off. Philly and Keely knew there were no police patrols in the area, and the voice didn't exactly scream authority. When they refused to open the door, things escalated fast. The man tried to force it open, rattling the handle, yanking at it like he knew they were trapped inside.
Distance away from that other park up, but what can I say?
I'm really annoyed. Guys, the thing is for me, right, is the absolute audacity that they kept trying to get in the van and kept demanding that we open the van to them. And I'm like, what was their plan? Did they have a weapon? Were they trying to, like, how were they planning to steal everything while we were both here? Like...
Well, I think we just did the right thing. We just jumped in and drove away, so... It's just annoying because it's something that it does kind of set you back, especially us as well, because this has happened to us quite a lot and we did actually get robbed. And it's just annoying because we've always had that fear in our heads, and when something like this happens, it just brings everything right back to the surface. And then there's going to be a healing process. It's going to just take time before you feel safe in the van again.
It's hard to imagine why that man kept trying to break in. even knowing someone was inside. Whatever he wanted, it wasn't good. Luckily, Philly and Keely did the smartest thing. They hit the gas and got out of there fast. They were safe, but shaken. Still haunted by questions they'll probably never get answers to. What do you think he was really after? Let me know in the comments. And hey, while you're down there, hit that subscribe button. It's totally free. And unlike him, I'm not trying to break into your van. A family trip into the woods. Peaceful, quiet, kids laughing in the distance. What could possibly go wrong? But sometimes the forest hides more than just trees, because something out there was watching them, and it wasn't a deer.
Do not run. Hey, bear! Hey, bear!
Hey!
Holy shit, he's following us.
Go!
Hey!
Go!
Hey! Go home! Hey!
Oh! Go!
Okay.
Okay, you guys go up there.
Don't run. Do not run.
Can we play dead yet?
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Can we play dead now? Can we play dead?
Griffin, walk faster, please. Hey, bear! Hey!
Why?
Hey!
What happens if we get...
Not a time for you to say stay in front of me.
Following us.
Following us up the trail with no intention of...
Can you just give it...
Hey, bear! Hey!
We shut it on.
He wanted to see a bear.
The bear kept trying to get closer. They were yelling at it to go away, but it didn't seem to care at all. It just kept following them, calm and steady. Eventually, they picked up the pace and managed to get away. But the funniest part, one of the kids, scared but serious, asked, "Can we play dead? Maybe it'll leave us alone." When your kids start coming up with survival tactics like that, you know it's time to carry bear spray or something a little more serious. A boy was biking through the wilderness, enjoying the peace and quiet, when suddenly something completely unexpected happened.
Okay. Okay. That's all I got on me. I promise. That's all I got on me, I promise you. I won't mess around, I swear. Okay. Which way? Okay.
A man with a pistol suddenly appears and robs the boy of his phone and bike. Two others join him to help with the robbery, but it seems they forgot something much more valuable: the GoPro the boy was using to film everything. How did they miss it? This might just be one of the worst robberies ever caught on camera. Hike Here is a YouTube channel mostly about off-road motorcycles, riding through forest trails, and sometimes running into interesting people, like some Karens, on the road. On June 26, 2019, he was cruising near a forest trail when some people nearby clearly didn't like him or his bike. Stay tuned to find out what happened next. High Gear was having fun riding his motorcycle across an open field when suddenly someone on a barely working dirt bike tried to chase him. Out of nowhere, the other rider managed to hit him, causing him to crash. After a brief argument, probably because he was trespassing, the rider quickly jumped back on his bike and managed to escape. He even managed to toy a bit with his aggressor before getting away. Whether he learned a lesson or not is unclear, but next time, escaping might not be so easy. On September 29, 2024, the YouTube channel Van City Valif reminded us that wilderness doesn't only live deep in the forests, sometimes it shows up right in the heart of the city. One quiet evening, while stealth camping in a residential neighborhood, he was suddenly jolted awake by strange noises outside his van. At first, he figured it might be a homeless person scavenging through garbage or the early morning street cleaners doing their rounds. But then, from the shadows, a bear appeared, completely unexpected and dangerously close.
Oh, there's a bear on that garbage can up there. Good morning, you guys. I'm just waking up here and I could hear noises outside my van. I'm sleeping right outside an old folks home and there's a giant bear right here. He was digging through that garbage can right there. With all the garbage on the ground. He woke me up. I'm like, what is happening outside my van? Oh, he's right there. Look how big he is. Look at him.
When I first heard the banging was about a half an hour before I got out of the van this morning. I heard the bangs and I'm like, oh man, is somebody breaking in on one of the businesses around? And I looked around outside, I didn't see anything, and I curled back up in bed. Then I decided I'm just gonna get up and start this video. That's when I noticed the big bear. That bear is ready for hibernation. It has been digging through dumpsters and eating lots of food. I haven't seen a bear that big in the city in a long time.
At first, things didn't seem too tense. The bear was just minding its own business, rummaging through the trash like a giant furry roommate looking for some midnight snacks. It looked like a hefty bear getting ready for hibernation, just trying to stock up on a few last bites before the long sleep. Van Life's dog, obviously not thrilled about this unexpected guest, did what any loyal protector would do, barked like crazy, tried to chase the bear away, and probably thought, hey, that's my human's food, back off. But here's the real question. How did this big guy even get into the middle of the city without anyone noticing? I mean, bears aren't exactly known for their subtlety or quiet footsteps. It's like he took a shortcut through town, dodged all the cameras, and decided, yeah, this looks like a good spot for some trash gourmet. It's both kind of hilarious and a little terrifying, like nature decided to crash the urban party uninvited.
Crazy, that bear's bigger than you, bro. Good morning. So I was doing a little stealth camping here in front of a senior's home, and I got out and I propped my camera up, and while I was out I could just hear this bang, bang, bang. I'm like, oh, whatever. Someone's putting stuff in the garbage can. I turn around and there's a freaking bear right there, ripping apart that whole garbage can. Oh guys, good morning, good morning. So it's those bears that you gotta worry about. When you're running into a big black bear in the backcountry, as long as it's not a mama bear with her cubs, usually it's pretty good. It's when you run into the bears in the city, because they have no fears of you at all, those are the ones that you really gotta worry about. But anyway guys, had a great night's sleep here in front of the senior's home. Good morning. That bear's gone that way, by the way. Long way away from here right now. Thanks for trying to protect us. Hey, thanks for the big barking. You scared the bear away, bro. Good boy.
The dog was acting like he single-handedly scared off that giant black bear. Talk about an ego bigger than the bear itself. Honestly, if confidence could scare off wildlife, we'd all be safe by now. After the brief chaos, things calmed down and everyone went back to doing their own thing. Except maybe the bear, probably reconsidering his life choices. But seriously, wild animals don't care if you're in the middle of the city or the middle of nowhere. They'll show up uninvited, crash the party, and leave you wondering if you forgot to bring snacks for them. So, remember to respect their space, stay prepared, and maybe don't let your dog brag too much. It's a jungle out there, literally. Thanks for watching. Our first encounter kicks off with a guy who dives straight into a rocky cave, probably trying to hide from a bear. Smart, right? Well, maybe not, because there's a chance that very cave was actually the bear's den. Now imagine the tension. You're hiding out of breath, hoping the thing chasing you just gives up, while not realizing you might have just walked into its living room. Stay tuned to see if he makes it out of this one, because things are about to get real. Somehow, he manages to squeeze past the bear. The bear sniffs him a little, but then just lets him walk away. No growls, no chase, nothing. Maybe he got lucky and the bear just wasn't hungry, or maybe he didn't smell like food. Either way, I'd say he walked right past death. You don't get face to face with a bear and live to tell the story too often. And before we jump into the next clip, if you're enjoying these intense encounters, consider hitting that subscribe button. I've got a lot more wild videos coming, and it would mean a lot to reach that 1,000 subscriber milestone. Let's grow this channel together. The Black Camper is all about keeping it real. No fake drama, no clickbait, just genuine camping adventures you can actually believe. This video starts like any other, packing up gear, hitting the road, and looking forward to some peaceful time in the wild. But when he arrives at the campsite, surprise, it's packed like a concert, not a quiet forest. Guess he picked the hottest spot in town without even trying. What happens next? Well, you'll have to watch and see. Let's just say it's not your typical camping night.
Alright, y'all. There's actually a ton of people out here camping, man. Tons of people. Tons of people. So, alright, yeah. Got Chad. That's my buddy Chad. But yeah, alright, let's get camp set up. I think it's right here, by 6. Alright. So, I might camp right there. We got, alright, so we got plenty of neighbors. Oh, I thought that was a crane. I mean, that is a crane. I thought that was something else. But yeah, we got plenty of neighbors tonight, dog. So let's see the best spot. This is our campsite. Right there will be perfect for the dirt stand. But somebody got here. I should have probably camped here. Ain't flat enough either. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'm gonna camp right. I'm gonna set up right here because I'm not making a fire. Dirty diapers and glass in the fire pit. Yeah, I'm not making a fire. All right. See, this is why I don't like this park, man. Hopefully, I got enough water. I got enough fuel to boil my water. But yeah, all right. Let me get camp set up, dog. I think that's flat as hell. That's the flattest I'm gonna get.
In the end, he still set up his tent, even with all the people around. He figured, hey, nature's nature, right? He even tried to get a campfire going, until he realized the fire pit looked like a diaper changing station. Yeah, someone left baby diapers right there. Nature and nasty don't mix. Still, he made himself comfortable, ready for a chill night under the stars. But of course, peace and quiet never last too long in these kinds of videos.
Good for the night, cause I think it's gonna get kind of hectic. But that's cool. We ready for it. We ready. You know what I'm saying? We got a nice tent, and if anything, we get washed away, we got the truck right there. You know what I'm saying? But now we gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. It's me. It's like 1, 2, 3 other people here. They all been here for a couple weeks. So yeah, I said weeks. Anyway, look at that. Oh, look at that bird on the water. There's a bunch of fish right there, man. But they weren't messing with me, and I ain't messing with them no more. Not for. I'm going fishing on a boat, dog. I need me a kayak.
As the sun started to set, everything began to shift. The mood, the vibe, even the people around him. The same people who kept circling his camp like they were lost, or looking for something. It was clear. This wasn't going to be one of those peaceful nights under the stars, and just when things felt the most tense, that's when it really happened.
You told me you handed it directly to him.
I don't remember exactly.
No, you told me with the homie down there that you told.
I knew this was gonna happen.
You better go find my wallet, man.
I don't have it.
What'd you do with it? Where'd you put it?
I don't know. I don't have it, bro.
You just told me you knew what you did with it.
I was half asleep. I might have given it.
You might have given it to who? Find my wallet, bro. The police on their way here, dog. You in trouble. Because you told me you found my wallet, right? You better call your mom. You better find my wallet, Chad.
I don't have it.
You better, what you do with it?
I put it up there on the stand.
You told me you gave it to Jerry.
Bro, I was half asleep. You don't know this.
You told me you gave it to Jerry, right?
I thought I did. I don't
You
know.
thought you did, man. You better find my shit, bro. That's bogus as hell. I was finna give you $50 for that shit, bro. Find my wallet. The police on their way. What's up, YouTube, man? BC here. I'm back out at Hillsdale State Park. Y'all know I was out here camping in the rain last night, and I left my wallet, and the punk, bro. I wasn't even gonna talk about the homeless people, but man, I remember the damn homeless people stole my wallet, man. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as I come back, the guy like, oh man, I turned your wallet in as soon as I found it. This and that, woo. I gave it right to Jerry. Like, man, so I come up here to talk to Jerry. Jerry's like, they ain't give me no wallet, bro. Like, no wallets up there. I'm like, come on, man, you can't, come on, man, why you lie? Why you gotta lie? I was finna hook the homie up with, I was finna hook him up with about $30. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a big deal. You finding my wallet and just turning it in. But to lie about it, bro, that shit was not cool at all.
At some point, he realized his wallet was missing, and just when things were already feeling off, one of the guys nearby suddenly said he found it. But then, surprise, he changed the story, said maybe he gave it to someone else, or to Jerry. Classic Jerry move, always showing up when things go missing. In the end, no one really knew what happened, and let's be honest, when strangers start playing hot potato with your wallet, it's probably time to pack up. Nature can be peaceful, but sometimes it's the people that make you want to run back to civilization. In this video, Nolan and his friend decide to explore some abandoned buildings. You know, just a little harmless urban adventure. Everything seems quiet at first. until suddenly the sound of sirens breaks the silence. They have no idea who the police are after. Could be anyone, right? But nope. Turns out they are the main attraction. And what happens next? Let's just say you won't believe it. This one takes a turn you won't see coming.
I have a knife in my pocket and a handgun on my front.
Handgun in your front?
Yes.
I have a knife in my backpack.
What else do you have?
I have a knife.
Take your backpack off. Put it over there.
Like I said, it's dangerous. Like going as hard as somebody in here that's been hanging out here. They decided to because you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't know you're back here.
Right.
Here for a month.
That is a very valid reason.
Like I said, you know the village aside. Just go up there and check with them. You could probably do what you need to do. Or talk to the mayor. He was just roaming around here. All these houses, I'm sure, like I said, I don't think there's been an issue with going in them. Like I said, people have been filming in that buildings like.
Yeah, we saw it driving by. We were like, you gotta take a look.
Yeah. Like I said, just go up to the village and ask to talk to the mayor. I bet you'll give you the okay. Just tell me you want to take some photos. I think up here. All right?
Yeah, thank you guys.
One of the cops even has a gun pointed straight at them, and you can feel the tension through the footage. One wrong move, and this little adventure could have ended very differently. But luckily, the officers were actually pretty chill. Turns out they just didn't know what these guys were doing sneaking around abandoned buildings. And apparently you're supposed to tell the mayor or something? Yeah, lesson learned. Sometimes it's better to let people know you're exploring their haunted ruins, unless you like heart attacks. So next time you plan on sneaking into an abandoned place, maybe just shoot the mayor a quick email. Hey, not a criminal, just vibin'. Now let's move on. But maybe with a little less adrenaline this time, or not. July 21st, 2025. The YouTube channel Metro on the Move accidentally captured what might just be one of the worst nightmares for any camper. It all started like your usual camping trip, a group of friends, but what woke them up the next morning was far from peaceful birdsong. It was chaos, pure panic. Something had everyone up and running, and the camera caught the moment it all went downhill. You never really expect to wake up from a tent and feel like you're in a disaster movie, until you do. Let's just say, after watching this, you might think twice about sleeping too far from the car.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Good morning.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. That's on my tent, dude. It attacked my tent.
Hey!
Oh my god.
We get a call.
Hey, yo! Hey!
Yeah.
Bear!
Bear attacked my tent.
Hey!
Hey guys, wake up, guys.
Everyone woke up in total panic, tents torn open, giant claw marks slashed through the fabric. A bear had tried to get inside while they were sleeping. People were yelling, scrambling, running in every direction, trying to understand what just happened. Just when they thought the worst was over, someone shouted, "The bear's still here, it's scratching at another tent." Imagine waking up thinking you're camping, but realizing you're actually part of a survival documentary. Let's see how this wild night ends.
Right where?
Bear! Oh my god.
He's right there, just next to you. Behind you. Behind you. Yes. No running.
No, I get in the light. Oh, there he is.
Get out of bear.
There he is.
Hey! Hey! Out of the way! Go!
After the bear made its grand entrance, the group did everything they could to scare it off, shouting, banging things together, even throwing rocks. Eventually, the beast seemed to get the message. It turned around and disappeared into the woods. But the panic it left behind? That stuck with everyone. Here's the thing. Once you step into the forest, the rules change. Out there, you're not in charge. Nature is. And nature doesn't care about your camping checklist when you become prey for a hungry predator. So please, bear spray, noisemakers, anything that can help. Always be prepared, and tell me in the comments, have you ever had a close call in the wild like this? Eli and Graham are a lovely older couple from the UK who love hitting the road in their caravan, exploring new places, and sharing their adventures on YouTube. In November, they were on one of their usual trips when an emergency forced them to cut it short. Unfortunately, they were too far from home to make it back in a single day, so they searched online and found a spot where they could park and rest overnight. They got settled around 11 p.m., ready for a quiet night under the stars. But around 1 a.m., strange noises started echoing outside their caravan. Shaken but safe, Eli and Graham stepped outside to face the unexpected chaos. What followed was far from the peaceful camping night they had planned, turning this trip into one of their most intense and unforgettable experiences on the road.
Just can't believe it. We've just been woken up with a loud bang, and guess you dropped something on the floor there. Was that glass? 2 bricks, and someone's just smashed Merlin's windows while we were sleeping. So no, we don't recommend this as a place to stop. They smashed the windscreen, but Graham's hoping he can drive with that. But here's us in the middle of nowhere with a broken window and a cracked windscreen, 200 miles from home.
It seems that during their stop, some hooligans decided to cause trouble. They threw bricks and smashed one of the windows on Eli and Graham's caravan. And then, just like that, they vanished into the night. No robbery, no theft, just pure intimidation. But who would do something like that? And why target an elderly couple traveling peacefully across the country? You've got to wonder about the reasons behind it. Was it just a random act of vandalism by some bored troublemakers? Maybe a group of kids looking for a thrill, with no real motive other than chaos? Or perhaps it was someone who didn't want outsiders camping in that spot. Locals who are protective of their territory and don't take kindly to strangers parking in their area. Some might even think it could be a prank gone too far, a misguided attempt to scare them off without any real intention to hurt. It's crazy to think about, but sometimes people do things without fully thinking of the consequences, especially when it comes to harmless travelers just trying to enjoy the outdoors. Whatever the reason, it must have been terrifying for Eli and Graham to wake up to the sound of breaking glass and discover the damage. But thankfully, they're both okay, shaken, but safe. And after taking some time to recover and get things fixed, they didn't let this ruin their spirit of adventure. Now, they're back on the road, stronger and more determined than ever to keep exploring and sharing their journeys with us. It just goes to show, sometimes the unexpected happens. But with courage and a bit of luck, you keep moving forward. Murphy's Diesel is a YouTube channel where big trucks meet big problems. And in this video, Murphy was called in for something serious. A tree had fallen directly onto a camper van. The woman inside needed help, and fast. Murphy showed up with his tools, checked the damage, and got to work. No drama, just experience and a solid plan. It's not every day you see a monster truck rescue a camper, but for Murphy, just another wild day in the outdoors.
What do you folks think about that? Old Mad Dog's gonna be whipping this camera around today. What do you think about that tree laying in that camper over there, babe?
It's freaking wild. That would suck.
Hello, Mommy.
Hello, Ricky. Wrecker Rick.
My mom, folks. She's coming to help us today. I mean to tell you folks, that is a big oak tree laying on top of this Winnebago.
A massive pine tree had fallen right in the middle of this camper van. It looks like strong winds and an old weakened trunk were the perfect recipe for disaster. Even worse, the woman inside had just finished cooking when it happened. The timing couldn't have been worse, but luckily she wasn't hurt. It could have ended very differently. Nature doesn't warn you, it just acts.
They had just fixed the spotted dinner. The missus was inside, minding her own business. The mister was hanging out outside when a microburst came through and wind started a whipping. Let me tell you, broke this tree off right here and just smashed the living out of this Winnebago. He was hunkered down right here trying to get out of the wind and the rain. Imagine being hunkered down right here. He said he had a hold of this handle and bwhammy! Gigantic tree crushes the Winnebago. And I mean right through the roof. Here's the log right here. Had they have been showering at that moment, they'd have been goners. The missus was standing right here, had just whipped up a spotted dinner, and she's washing her hands. Just imagine, you're right here, washing up, and bwhammy! Tree comes through the ceiling. The wife sustained minor injuries. I believe she'll make a full recovery. I think the only thing holding this up is this slide out right here. I mean, the tree is literally resting right there on this slide out. Boy, I'll tell you what, this is one stout awning. It's literally holding this whole tree up. Enough chit chat, we're gonna get this thing recovered. Stand by, folks. All right, first order of business, we're gonna back Hellboy up here and I'm gonna boom all the way up and out, and I'm gonna see how high the boom goes. Because if I can hold this log up right there, I can cut it off at the trailer. I'm worried about just cutting it off at the trailer and letting it hit the ground. I don't want it to hit the trailer. I realize it's damaged, but I don't want to damage it any more than it already is.
Apparently the woman was at the sink washing dishes, and according to what they said, if she had been anywhere else in that van, things could have ended way worse. Her husband, who was outside and saw the whole thing, couldn't believe his eyes. He took a deep breath and stepped inside, and when he saw his wife alive, he was just grateful it wasn't worse. Moral of the story? Nature doesn't play games. 1 second you're washing dishes. Next second you're almost a headline. If you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button. I don't want to beg, but I will drop to my knees in the dirt like a raccoon caught stealing Doritos if that's what it takes. This is Whispers in the Dark. Stay safe out there in the woods. And remember, trees fall, bears don't care, and Mother Nature's got hands.